Basic bones, technical issues galore. It's still a podcast. Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to this very strange podcast. In a hotel in Accrington, somewhere, in a 5-star hotel, what does not support Twitter. So, today's podcast, let's get straight into it. We're going to talk about the Colchester game, the game against Accrington Stanley tomorrow. If we're going to chat about anything, what's on your plate, and the weather forecast. So, Miss Callie, what was your thoughts on the Colchester game?
What a game. Best game, I think, at home for a long time. Great result. The lads all put proper shift in. When they equalised, I was thinking, this is just going to go pants up now. But they didn't. They dug in, they came back, and then they put another 3 goals in. So, yeah, really good atmosphere. The £5 ticket worked. Everybody got bums on seats. It was like I'm going to say the olden days, but yeah, it was like back in the good days of City. Not seen it like that for a long time, and I've not heard the atmosphere going from one side right around the ground. And just the singing, even singing the Take Me Home Midland Road song when they came out, even that was just like goosebumps. So yeah, cracking game. Good to see Poynton and Pato back as well, even though they came on for the last few minutes. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. It was a nice drive home and made sweeter by bumping into Colchester fans in the services on the way back.
And Callie's banned me going from home games due to me being poorly last week. We won 4-1, so I only watched it on telly. I thought Tariq Wright had a fantastic game. Tayo had a good game as well down the wings. Every player played their hearts out, and I'm very glad we did win. We are just on TikTok today, so I hope this podcast is going to make it out live, touch wood. So comments coming in. BCF Noxie, are you there tomorrow? I'm already here, mate. I'm in a hotel room on the borders of Accrington Stanley. Paid my £16 for my buffet breakfast. So we'll see what happens. So on to the game tomorrow. The Accrington Stanley versus Bradford. And it is a 12:30 kickoff. It is live on Sky. And I do apologise if I'm butchering people's names, but if you are regular to this podcast, you'll see me absolutely crucifying names and putting smiles on people's faces. So, in goal, we've got for Accrington Stanley, Sirin, Matthews, Royson, Ward, Donald Love, Connolly, Wood, Batty, Henderson, Mooney and Wood. With Grant, Brown, Catton, Quirk and, oh my lord, Eljo Free. Some dodgy names here today. Kyle and Kelly. Their leading top goal scorer is Watson with 8 goals, and their league position is 20th. In the last 4 games, they have drawn against Swindon. They've drawn against Gillingham. They've smashed Newport 5-0, and they've lost against Barrow 2-0. Bradford City, easy names. We've got Walker, Baldwin, Shepherd, Clipslow, Holiday, Smallwood, Kerr, Tayo, Lapsley, Tariq Wright and Callum Cav up front, with Mellon, Walker, Poynton, Patterson, Huntington, Kelly and Hilton all on the bench. Leading top goal scorer is still Andy Cook on 15. League position is 2nd. Last 4 games we smashed Colchester 4-1. We lost against Tranmere, we lost against Gillingham, and we beat Cheltenham 3-0. Team news: Jack Shepherd is set to return after missing last weekend. Alex Patterson, Kelly, Bobby Poynton are pushing to be more involved. The referee Neil Hare from Peterborough last officiated City's 4-2 home defeat in Crawley in January. For people who like to bet, the odds are Accrington Stanley 29-10, City 21-20, and the draw is 11-5. And last time these sides met, Alex Patterson scored an absolute rocket as City beat Accrington Stanley 1-0. And then moving over to the referee, because I know people are here for that. The referee, Neil Hare, not to be confused with any, sounds like a hairdresser. League One, he's had 3 appearances, 14 yellow cards, no second yellows, 1 red, no penalties. In League Two, he's had 3 appearances, 17 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, no penalties. In the National League, he's had 2 National League appearances, 7 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, 1 penalty. In the EFL Trophy, he's had 1 appearance, 2 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and 3 penalties. In the EFL Cup, he's had 1 appearance, 4 yellow cards, no second yellows, no reds, and 1 penalty. Altogether, he's had 10 appearances, 44 yellow cards, 1 second yellow, 1 red, and 5 penalties. So, surprise, surprise, there'll probably be a penalty tomorrow at the game. So, Miss Kelly, speak to me. What's your thoughts on the Accrington Stanley game?
I was talking to Mark, Notts County fan down below, about this earlier. We think that because of the atmosphere, it's going to be a completely different game. There's not going to be as many there, obviously, due to it being a smaller ground. I don't know, I can't place tomorrow because we don't do well against the bottom end teams, do we? That's always been a bit of a jinx for us when we're doing well. So, ref don't sound too bad tomorrow, to be fair. So hopefully he'll have a good game. I can't call it tomorrow. I think I'll take a draw tomorrow and have that 1 point tomorrow.
Would you stick with the same team?
Yeah, but I'd start Poynton tomorrow. We're still missing Sarks, aren't we? He's still out. I'd have Mellon on, I'd have Poynton down the side, Teo at the other side. Keep midfield as it was on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully we will win. It's either going to go 2 ways. Either Accrington Stanley are going to be really sweaty Betty and probably win 1-0. I think there's about 3,000 odd City fans going, because I know Accrington Stanley have sold most of their ground out to Bradford. Make a bit of money, why not go for it? So hopefully we'll do win. Hopefully we will stick with the same team. And I probably cursed it now because I'm here today. So I'll see what happens. So Callie, what is your score prediction for the game?
Like I said, I'd take a draw, but I've got to say we've got to win it tomorrow. We must be buzzing with confidence after that Colchester game. So I'm going to go 2-0 win to City.
And if you want to keep putting your score predictions in, please. So we got Jack, who thinks it's going to be 2-1 City. Haru, I've just sent you an invite. I hope you can join. We've got 3-1 City. We've got Big Al thinking it's 4-0 City.
1-0 Aki.
Harry chipping in there with 1-0. 2-1 Aki, Mark. So
Only joking.
weather forecast. I hate when I can't control all. The weather forecast for tomorrow.
You can't mute us either, can you?
Can't mute you.
Oh, we can have a right go now, can't we?
So the weather forecast tomorrow is going to be cloudy with a bit of sun, and the highest temperature is going to get about 10 degrees, and then typically it's going to piss it down from 3 o'clock. The sun will rise at 5:50 and then will set at 6:40. That's your weather forecast.
So put your big coats on.
Get your big coats on. I hate it when I can't mute you. It's like letting the kids out loose on a school bank holiday. Right, so as we've got 2 Notts County fans here, Haru, I have sent you an invite if you want to come and join. I'm going to give you one more chance. I've invited you, Haru. Okay. Cancel it, resend you. If it lets me do it. Invite. So, well, Haru takes 3 days to accept it. So, Harry and Mark, Notts County fans, thoughts on your team, please, and what can we see from your team this week? Yeah, Mark, Notts County fans.
So we'll play boring football like passing it sideways and backwards all the time, like usual. We'll probably be robbed once again.
So do you think you're going to win today? Not tomorrow, sorry. Do you think you're going to win tomorrow?
I've gone 3-1, Notts. So
I think it's going to be hard whether we turn up. If we turn up like we did at Wimbledon, then we're not going to win. It depends what Notts County team turns up.
yeah,
Oh.
I think possibly 2-1 win.
2-1 win. Okay. And you think your team's going to play well tomorrow, Mark?
That's an odd one, isn't it?
It depends.
It depends.
First
If they
5
don't
minutes,
get off
I
the
think,
bus and they don't turn up on the pitch, then Maynard, there's nothing Maynard's going to do tactically to change that game. But we play better away from him than we do at home.
Are you here, Haru?
Yes, I am. I'm just trapped on the bus right now.
Oh, you're not,
Can you hear
you're
me?
not on speed, are you? Yeah, speed. Is it speed 1 or 2 when you're trapped on the bus? Can't go over 50. So, Haru, what's your thoughts on the Accrington Stanley game, and are you going tomorrow?
The Accrington Stanley game is going to be a tough game because obviously, I was listening earlier what Callie said. We don't really play good against bottom of the league. Obviously, I'm hoping we win because if we beat Accrington, then that means we go above Walsall. That's only if Walsall lose on the tomorrow. So if they lose tomorrow, we win tomorrow. That's it. We're above them. We're first in league. I'm hoping for a 3-0 City win tomorrow, and that's all I can ask for.
Who do Walsall play tomorrow?
Walsall play
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Is that away or at home?
At home.
That's home. So, because Callie's just slid right into there, and I've got no control today. So, Crew Port Vale, score predictions, guys and girls, for that game, please. Starting off with Haru, and we'll work our way down.
Crew versus Port Vale. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna go for a draw on that one. 1-1 draw.
And before we go to I think he's a Gillingham fan. We've got Haydog who thinks it's 1-1. We've got Jack who thinks it's going to be 2-1 Crew, and then we've got 2-1 Crew, hopefully from HP Like the Sauce. So TV FTM, I know your name, but I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, the view from the Medway. I come on most weeks now. We're Crew. I think I'm going to go Crew Port Vale. I'm going to go 1-0 Port Vale.
Callie?
I'm going to go 2-0 Port Vale because I want Crew to be beat tomorrow so that they get beat when they come to us as well.
Harry?
I think Crew's going to win 1-0.
Mark?
2-2 draw.
So then, obviously, we're just going to get rid of a load of time today. Still not in control, feels really weird. Barrow Chesterfield, I think that's going to be... I'm going to go 1-0 Barrow on that. What about you, Sen, Mr. Gillingham fan?
Who we going with? Sorry, I was just talking to the wife.
It's all right, I distract people all the time. Barrow Chesterfield.
Oh, it's going to be Chesterfield 2-1 for me.
And then before we go to Callie, we've had HP Like the Sauce, thinks it's going to be 2-1 Chesterfield, and Jack, who thinks it's going to be 2-1 Barrow. Callie?
2-0 Chesterfield. I think Chesterfield doing well.
2-0 Barrow.
Mark?
2-1 Barrow.
So we're going to go, next game is Bromley Salford, and I think Bromley are going to win that. I'm going to go 2-0 Bromley. Haru?
Bromley, I think they're going to win 2-0.
2-0. Okay. We've got Logan who thinks it's going to be 2-1 Salford. Gillingham fan?
I'm going to go 2-0 Haru.
Miss Callie?
I'm going a 1-1 draw with that one.
Before we get to Harry, HP Like the Sauce, that is a great name, thinks it's going to be 2-1 Bromley. Harry?
1-0 Salford.
Jack thinks it's going to be 1-0. Last but not least, Mark?
0-0 draw.
And I think what's going to be the best game of the week, apart from Accrington Stanley Bradford, is Doncaster Carlisle. I hope Carlisle win that 1-0. Haru?
Johnny versus Carlisle, did you say, Johnny?
Yes, Doncaster versus Carlisle. What's your score predictions, Haru?
Oh, I'll have to say Donny 2, Carlisle 0.
Logan thinks it's going to be 0-0, and HP Like the Sauce thinks it's going to be 2-1 Carlisle. The Gillingham fan?
3-0 Donny.
Callie?
I'm going to go 1-0 win Carlisle, because I think Carlisle have turned things around, and I think Mark Hughes is doing all right with them.
Lee thinks it's going to be...
I want Donny to lose points.
Sorry, Lee thinks it's going to be 1-0 Carlisle. Oh, yeah, Harry?
2-1 Carlisle.
Mark?
3-2 Carlisle.
Donny will get a last minute goal, 1-0. And then we're going to a little team called Harrogate versus Gillingham. And I'm going to start off with a Gillingham fan on this one. Score predictions for that game, mate. And have you got any hope?
Well, to be fair, we've literally got rid of John Coleman in recent days, and we've now got Gareth Ainsworth as manager. I think the next 9 games for us are going to be somewhat of an extended pre-season for Gareth Ainsworth. But I'm going to say 2-1 Gillingham.
And I'm going to come back to you in a bit, actually, about the new manager at Gillingham. I forgot about that.
Cheers, mate.
I think Harrogate are going to sweat it better here and probably win 1-0. So we've got HB like the sauce thinks it's going to be 1-0 Girls. We've got HS who thinks 1-0 Gillingham. Lee thinks 2-1 winner, or Girls winner. Logan 2-1 Girls. Haru?
I'll have to. Do you know what? I'll go for it. I'll say 2-0 Gillingham.
Miss Callie?
I'm going 1-0 Gillingham. Change your manager, change your look.
Will they get the manager's bounce? Harry?
2-1 Harrogate.
Mark?
1-0 Gillingham.
And then we've got MK Dons Fleet versus Fleetwood, and I'm going to throw Jack straight under the bus on this one. MK Dons Fleetwood, what's your score prediction, Jack? Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Yeah, say that again. What did you say?
MK Dons Fleetwood, what's your score prediction, please? Alright, I'll go straight to Haru then. Haru, what's your score prediction on the MK Dons Fleetwood?
Arun's bus just run him over.
A good game. That'll be a good game. For MK Dons and Port Fleetwood do need to scrape their points up, don't they? I will have to draw. It's a tough call. I'm going to say a draw, but I think...
Haru, come closer to your mic. It sounds like you're in blooming space, lad. Come close to your mic.
I'm outside, just got off the bus. I want to go for a draw, but the thing is, what's pushing me is that I think Fleetwood will just get the late minute winner for 1-0 with Fleetwood.
So we've got Lee, I got HB like the sauce thinks it's going to be 2-2. We've got Logan who thinks it'll be 2-0 Fleetwood. Logan 2-1. We've got where are we? I'm losing train of thought. Gillingham fan score prediction on MK Dons Fleetwood.
Oh, I'm gonna go Peru again. I'm gonna go 1-0 Fleetwood.
Callie?
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Fleetwood.
Harry?
3-1 Fleetwood. Dan Corney with a red card.
Ooh.
Mark?
3-1 Fleetwood.
Hope you're alright after your fall there, Haru.
I'm fine.
I'm not going to lie, I'm hating today. I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm doing this on TikTok. It's normally on... I'm not in charge of this shit.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Morecambe versus Swindon. So I think that's going to be... I think Swindon are going to win 1-0. Haru, what's your score predictions for Morecambe Swindon?
Morecambe versus Swindon. You know what? Swindon 2-0.
Callie?
Yeah, 2-0 Swindon. Morecambe are on the way out.
Gillingham fan?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Swindon. Unfortunately, because we hate Swindon.
And before we go to Harry, we've got HP like the sauce thinks it's going to be 2-0 Swindon. We've got Lee thinks it's going to be 1-0 Swindon. Harry, what's your score prediction for the Morecambe Swindon game?
I'm going to go 1-0 Morecambe.
Okay, and Mark?
2-0 Swindon.
Right, and that slides us really nicely into a little small game called Newport versus Notts County. So I'm going to start off with Mark at the bottom. Score prediction.
3-1 County.
Ooh, Harry?
3-1 County.
I hope Newport win you because I want to see you two in tears. And I think it's going to be 2-0 Newport.
Squeeze
No, I think County are going to beat them tomorrow. I don't think Newport are doing well, so I'm going to go 3-0 County.
It's the only Bradford fan I like.
These bad books now,
Just
Kelly.
being honest, that's how I think it's going to go.
So we've had HP like the sauce. Things it's going to be 2-1 Newport. Gillingham fan?
Don't like him.
2-1 County.
Haru?
With Notts County, who are they versing again?
Newport.
Newport.
Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 3-0 Newport just to see the Notts County fans in tears.
And last but not least, just a little small game.
That's not very nice.
I think it's top versus third. Walsall versus Wimbledon. And I think Wimbledon, touch wood, will absolutely smash Walsall. And I'm going to go 3-0. Haru?
Wimbledon's gonna absolutely smash it. 3-0 Wimbledon.
We've had HP like the sauce, think it's going to be 3-1 Wimbledon. We've got Logan, who thinks it's going to be a very boring 0-0. Lee thinks it's going to be 2-0 Wimbledon. Gillingham fan?
Yeah, we played Walsall last weekend, and I wasn't actually that impressed with them. I didn't think they created that much. So yeah, I'm going to say Wimbledon 2-0.
Harriet?
Walsall 1-0.
Callie?
I'm going Wimbledon win 2-0.
Last but not least, Mark.
A 2-1 Warsaw.
Right, so everyone else who's watching on TikTok, because I can't say anything else because we're just on TikTok today, get your score predictions in. I do apologise. Never go away. Never try to get a podcast live on away because I'm not in control in anything. Any of these lot could speak and just...
Come on, Aki.
Yeah. Do you love Graham Alexander now? I do, Sean. Graham Alexander in, definitely. People make mistakes in life, and this one just keeps biting me back on the arse. Right. Also, before we do get going again, hope everyone can join me tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Doing a new TikTok show, EFL post-match chit-chat show. Your team, your chat. Come and join me 6 o'clock tomorrow. And just come and have a cry if your team lose. Come and tell us how your team have got on. Think of it, it's like the talk sport. Think it's like the 606 for the fans, by the fans. So I'm going to see how that goes. And it's just live on TikTok because I'm giving up on X completely. So just going over the league table quickly. Walsall are top on the 70. Bradford 69, everyone's favourite number. Third is 64, Wimbledon. Number 4 is Port Vale on 64. Doncaster 63. Notts County in 6th on 62. Grimsby 59 in 7th.
That'll be 65 tomorrow.
It's Colchester 58. Crewe 9th on 58. Salford 53 in 10th. Chesterfield 52 11th. Bromley 12 on 52. Fleetwood 50 in 13th. Cheltenham 14th on 50. Swindon 15th on 48. Barrow 48 with 16th. MK Don 17th on 46 points. Newport 18th on 46. Gillingham 19th, 43. Accrington Stanley 20th on 41. Harrogate 41 on 21 points. Tranmere 22nd on 37. And 23rd and 24th is the best teams in the world under the best managers in the world and hope they get relegated. Carlisle on 31 points and Markham on 30. And that's your league table. Right.
30.
So, I don't have a clue where I'm going to go from here, but
What do you think the Grimsby score will be tonight then?
Grimsby, I forgot about Grimsby. Yeah, what's your Grimsby predictions, Haru?
Grimsby, who are they versing?
Colchester.
Colchester, Grimsby versus Colchester. Obviously, last week we beat Colchester as a 4-1 victory. I would say Grimsby will win it with a 2-0 win.
So just to annoy Jack when he slides in because he's probably getting half the conversation since he's joining, I'm going to throw him under the bus again if he joins. If he's dial up internet connect. Jack, can you hear me?
No. Yes, I can.
Yeah, right. What's your Colchester Grimsby thoughts? What's your score predictions on that?
Good God. It's a tough game, actually. Probably Probably 2-1 either way.
Okay. Haru, you've done yours. Gillingham fan?
I'm going to go 1-1.
Callie?
I'm going Colchester winning 1-0.
Harry?
A boring 0-0.
Mark?
A 2-1 either way.
And just like I love the power of TikTok, we have got HP like the sauce thing. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. Lee 2-2 draw. Sean 2-1. And Stuart up the shrimps. You're getting relegated, mate. Right. Tranmere, Cheltenham. Score prediction, Jack.
I think his internet's gone again.
Hello? Oh,
He's gone again.
Gone again.
Don't you just love when things go to pot? So we've got Kichi thinks it's going to be 1-0 Tranmere. Haru?
What is it? Tranmere. Ooh. Do you know what? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for that one. It's just in my head, 1-1 draw.
Gillingham fan?
I think they've kind of, Tranmere picked up a little bit lately, so I'm going to go 1-0 Tranmere.
Sean thinks it's going to be 3-0 Tranmere. Stuart Bradford are not going to bottle it. HP like the sauce 1-0.
One flying Haru strikes again.
Where do we get to? Callie?
I'm going 2-0 Tranmere.
Oh, Callie's finally dropped. Harry?
1-0 Cheltenham.
Mark?
2-1 Cheltenham with Tranmere playing Girton centre.
Harry thinks it's going to. Although Harry thinks it's going to be 2-2. Keitchi, who's winning the league? Obviously, that's going to be a Bradford one. Well, so bottle it. Yeah, mind the gap. RT New. Yes, I'm off to Accrington Stanley. I'm here now. The podcast, I do apologise again, is normally on X. And I'm not in control because people butt in like so and so. Right. So, this is the part where we normally do a chat about, shout about, or vent about anything. So, Haru, do you want to start? Have you got anything you want to chat about, shout about, vent about anything?
Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, if we do win tomorrow, Walter will either lose or draw. We will overtake them, hit first place in league, and hopefully that we can have that happen tomorrow. Honestly, it'll be a dream that we get first place promotion and get out of League 2, because 100% we need to get out of this league and then get into League 1 and then just start smashing the League 1 out of the park. And obviously, Johnny, you've copied what I've done when I went to Salford, done what I normally would do, but yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Right, Jack, I'm going to throw you under the bus again. I know you've got the dodgiest Wi-Fi connection known to human being.
I thought you had the dodgiest.
But I have. It's technical issues galore. It's a podcast. Every time I do a podcast, something goes to pot. So, Jack, do you want to chat about, shout about, or vent about anything?
I don't say anything.
Hello. Jack, hello. Hello.
Hello, Jack.
Are you alive? Hello.
Jack?
Earth to Jack.
Earth to Jack, can you hear us?
Yeah, that's a non-starter. Gillingham fan, if you want to chat about, shout about, vent about anything.
Well, I think there's a lot to chat about, isn't there? After the last 7 days within our club, we drew against Walsall on Saturday, and then on Monday/Tuesday, it was announced that John Coleman had left the club. We've now appointed Gareth Ainsworth as our new permanent manager. So yeah, like if there's any questions that you've got on that, then I'm happy to answer them, because it seems to be an ever evolving circus of the in and outdoor.
Okay, I got one.
Can I just say, what a quick turnaround to get a new manager in. That's the quickest thing I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, but we did it in January as well, when Mark Bonner was sacked, and we got John Coleman in, obviously on an interim basis. But then I think we wanted Gareth Ainsworth to come in before we appointed Mark Bonner in the summer, and it just so happened that the situation at Shrewsbury was tenable for us to then get him in this summer as well. So I'm really looking forward to actually having a permanent manager. I'm not talk is cheap these days for us Gills fans, because Mark Bonner seemed to be a wordsmith and delivered very little. So actually having a manager that comes in, and we've now got a 2-year plan rather than going, we want promotion, it's now been dialed down a little bit to, you know, rather than sitting here talking about getting promoted straight away and forgetting about how you do that, we're actually thinking about it for a change, which is quite nice.
So you have got a bit of a rock star manager coming in. He's left a sinking ship in Shrewsbury, and I think Vadim Oliver probably had a bit of hands to that, letting him leave to go to Gillingham. So do you think you'll get the manager's bounce tomorrow?
I hope so. But then we've got we've got 9 games left. I don't necessarily think if we lost many of them, people or fans would start getting on his back, because he's come in a squad that's not his own. I think it's very much a signing for next season, and then we are literally just. It's a case of he basically gets a free pass for the next 9 games to assess his squad, and then we go again next season. So. Is what it is. It was always going to be an interim thing with John Coleman. Unfortunately, it wasn't until the end of the season. But, you know, if your man comes up, the man that you want, and you go for him, we've paid a compensation fee to Shrewsbury. So, yeah, that, for me, shows intent in itself.
Right. I'm going to put Callie on the spot here. So, everybody knows... If you've seen on social media, the Bradford City Memorial got vandalised the other day, and it has, I'm going to say, it's pissed off a fan base, and it has done the thing by pissing people off. But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to vent about it. But if it's all right with you, Callie, I want to educate people. So if you're feeling up to it, and if you can, how has it affected?
But if I get,
how has it affected you?
Bear with me if I get emotional.
Yeah. I've been thinking what to do about this, and I just thought, I know you were there, Callie. People need educating.
I mean,
yeah.
I was talking to Mark and Harry about it a bit earlier. The fact that somebody actually thinks to do that, I don't know what goes through these people's heads, and then you try and figure out in your head: is it somebody from Bradford? Is it another team that's done it? Is it just mindless kids? I just think it's like them 56 people lost their lives that day. All them parents, brothers, uncles that didn't get to see them come home. Mm-hmm. I was a lucky one. I got to go home, and I got my brother out of it. But I still live with the guilt, and the guilt is the bit that gets to you. That's the bit that gets in your head. And it's the fact that why did I walk away from that? And I got home, and I made my mum and dad take me back, because I went back and helped people with stretchered people out. And for a 15-year-old girl to be doing that, and then you hear that somebody's run a trolley into a memorial for them 56, I can't comprehend it. And I can't get in my head why. I just, yeah. But then the thing is with me, my brother passed away when he was 40. I managed, and then I think, why, whoever rules, like, I know people have different religious beliefs, but I think, why him above? Why did they let me get him out of that, and then he died unnecessary when he was 40? Did I get him out so he had extra years to live? And that for me it just renders with me. And yeah, and if I ever hear who did it, I will physically make them feel like I did. And it, like you say, Johnny, it's education. It's young, a lot of young, like Harry. Harry's probably never, I mean, he's a football fan, and he does a lot of football things, so he will probably know about it. But a lot of these 20-year-olds don't even know what happened. I mean, my daughter's 15 now. She's the same age that I was when it happened. And I took her to the memorial last year for the first time. For her to see how it affects people. I mean, and even though it was 39 years last year, but she saw at full force what what it is to me and my friends and Lenny, and I mean, me and the City Gent have been friends since that day, and we've got that close bond, and we don't miss a memorial. We go out every year and we stand, and I mean, you saw it last year, Johnny. We just stand and support each other, and it gets to you. Yeah.
Yeah. And before we do move on, I did sit down with my dad last year, and I just brought it up about the fire. And my dad was one of the lucky ones. He bought a cheap ticket and he got out because he had a cheap ticket. But when
you say lucky, but that's the hard bit. We're lucky to still be here, but what you live with isn't.
Yeah. But I could scream and shout this, but I'm not. I'm going to do it in a polite manner.
Do it, mate. Do it. Just do it.
Do it, Johnny.
The people or the person who did this. Obviously, it happened at the Colchester game, and it has been, the football memorial has been fixed. But I want to speak to, if people are watching this, people listening to this, and you know who has done this, grow a pair of balls, tell the club, tell West Yorkshire Police, and get these people educated, because it's obviously, I went to the memorial with Callie and Lenny and a couple of other people, and it's one of these things what bring the club together. I know it was an event and it brought the club together, and everybody, it's like a family, it's like a massive family. But the person who has done this, you don't know what you've done. You could have just been joking with your mates. You could have been, if it was like a teenager or a young person, you need educating. If it was an adult who did this and you get caught, it's going to cause mayhem for you. You could lose your job. It could go down as, I don't know what the law is. I don't know if the law has recently changed, but it could go down as a like attack on, I can't think of the word at the minute, but like attack on something like like a war memorial or something. If you hit a war memorial or damage a war memorial, it comes down as a crime. I can't think of the exact word off the top of my head. But if you know who's done this, tell somebody. Tell the police, tell the club, dob them in. Absolutely. Because if it's a grown adult who's done this, you should be ashamed of yourself. And if you do get caught, and if it is an adult who's done this, I hope you get I hope you get a ban. I hope you get a ban
on back
every single football club around this place, because it's absolutely disgusting what has happened.
Johnny, I've got something to say. I've just looked it up. If you are an adult who has done this and you do get caught, you will get sentenced to a maximum of 10 years in prison.
Yeah, because it's a memorial, and I mean, I don't necessarily have a right to chime in here, but I wanted to anyway, because with your guys, the situation that happened there at Bradford, the same situation, the situation as well with Liverpool, and to think that you can vandalise something that's so precious to a football club and to football nation, really. And to the people that were involved that day as well, I really think it just needs to be picked up on that it's absolutely not acceptable, regardless of what club you support, what anything else. Like, at the end of the day, I've been to Bradford, I've been to the memorial, and I've taken pictures, and I'm very respectful of it. I'm very respectful at Liverpool as well. It just needs to be something that is respected. I mean, Callie, I can't begin to imagine what you went through that day, and I respect you 100% for it. We're all football fans.
We are, and it's when banter should be. We all have the banter, don't we? We all, of course,
yeah.
But when it comes to things like that, it's just overstepping that mark completely.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we can all sit there and say, "Oh yeah, chicken's this, chicken's that," and we could say that we slaughtered the chickens when they came to Brucefield. You could say the same about us when we came to your place early on in the season. It's banter. But that is banter between football fans. There is a line, and you don't cross that line, especially when it comes to memorials and it comes to things like that. That is an absolute no-go. So, yeah, as Johnny said, if you're involved in it, then you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
100%.
And if it is kids, they know that, we said it earlier, didn't we? They know they're going to get away with it because they won't prosecute a child or a 14, 15-year-old that's done that.
Yeah, they won't prosecute a minor. They won't.
No. Which is...
So,
again, so then they should go sit that, whoever's done it, in a room with people like me, people like Lenny, all the other friends I've got that were there. Sit them in a room with them on a one-to-one basis and let them talk to them.
Callie, didn't you say that about pyros as well? When they were a while back about pyros and stuff like that. You said something about sitting a one-to-one with them, like little kids who bring pyros and stuff like that.
They're actually doing a thing now, I think, Bradford courts, that if you're somebody like that gets caught with pyros, they go to court, they prosecute them for obviously having them, but then they're saying that they are going to set people up to sit in the room with them after and just say what having a pyro at a game does to somebody that was in the fire. And for me, that's all good. Even if you just educate one person, that one person ain't going to do it again, and that to me is a win-win.
But then, Callie, can I just interject there as well?
Yeah.
It's not just based on the clubs to do that. Like, it's not their it's the league as a whole. The league as a whole should do it. We've had several occasions at Gillingham, mainly away, where we've had pyros thrown on the pitch. Most notably at Bromley this season. We've had people getting things thrown at them, this, that and the other, by home and away fans. And it generally is the younger generation. And I'm not poo-pooing the younger generation as bad fans. I'm not saying
it's them. You don't get a 40-year-old throwing a pyro.
No, but I'm not saying that younger generation of fans are bad people, because this is how the process of football works. We were young once, we're now older, and it will continue and continue and continue. The club will be there long before after we've gone. But this is the thing: you don't sit there and vandalise a memorial for fans.
No.
When plenty of people have lost their lives on that, and I just find it absolutely disgusting. Regardless of whether it's Bradford, regardless of whether it's Liverpool or any other club around the world, like, you respect it. And I think there needs to be an education put in place by the Football League. I don't necessarily think the clubs it shouldn't be their responsibility.
No.
Maybe to a degree.
It should not happen in the first place. That's the thing. It's not.
Yeah,
but not happen in the first place.
Yeah, but maybe to a degree it should be the club. Yeah. But the Football League need to educate young people as a whole to actually say, like, these are historical things that have happened. This has affected people's lives in a lot of ways. So maybe we now need to look at ourselves.
Do it as a school thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they can't do that.
Like in schools and stuff like that, yeah.
It should be done in PE. Like PE, like an education thing about both disasters, like the Bradford one and the Hillsborough, and how it brought football together. Yeah.
And you also have to do it, like, it's okay, it's all very well and good that these days we're not allowed to swear on the sidelines when our kids are playing football. Right, okay, they've got that down to a T, but then they're forgetting about the historical things within football clubs themselves. So maybe there needs to be some kind of like correlation there.
So I'm gonna move on now, and if anyone has been affected by what we've been talking about, I do apologise, but we had to bring it up for educational people. People need educating on this, so we're going to move on. And if you do affect people are here to speak, contact the club if you want to talk to anybody about it and just seek help. So I know Rihanna's sneaked in up there. I'll come to you in a minute, Rai, with your lovely dog. So Callie, have we done? Do you want to chat about anything?
No, I think you've just said what I needed to say about what happened there.
Harry?
I just hope this year, can I just say, I just hope that it would be nice if we do get promoted this year, with it being the 40 years, and Yeah, do it. Let's do it for them 56 that didn't go on.
Harry, do you want to chat about anything?
No, not really.
Mark?
Ooh, if Notts go up, I'd rather Notts not go up and we'll get rid of Maynard this season. At the end of the season, and we'll get somebody else in because half the fans don't like him. The other fans do like him.
Rihanna, do you want to vent about anything?
No, mate, I think I've just joined at a good time. Just sat listening to obviously about everything that's just been said. Mind the dog. But yeah, I agree with everything that's been said really. It's not great what's happened.
Can we talk about referees?
So, this is where I'm just going to open it up now. If anyone wants to just chat about anything, referees, just start for Rihanna, really, and work our way down.
Don't really know, mate. I mean, bring on tomorrow, I suppose.
You coming tomorrow?
Yeah.
You standing or sitting?
What is it? Standing, hopefully.
I'll see you tomorrow then. I'm already here.
Oh, you in Aki already?
Yeah.
He's copied what I've done.
It's taken getting to game early to an extreme, Rihanna.
Well, yeah, I suppose we know what he's like at home, don't we, Kelly? 9 o'clock.
It's all right. He'll get off the call in a minute and he'll go and have a million pints and then he'll wake up in the morning and he'll be like, yes, I'm here anyway, so I don't have to worry about the travel.
I'm thinking somewhere to go to eat. Haru, do you want to chat about anything?
Yeah, I just want to interject about what happened with the memorial. I just want to say, whoever's done this, regardless if you're a Bradford fan, Colchester fan, I'm not a football fan in general, shame on you what you've done. Roll on tomorrow. Once again, get behind the lads, make the noise, and bring them 3 points home. Come on, City.
The Gillingham fan?
Yeah, no, mirror what we've spoken about earlier, really, mate. I just think that, regardless of who we support, where we come from, I think that, I've been on this, 3 or 4 weeks now since we played you. And I come on every week and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy having the conversations with you guys and the banter and that. But yeah, great bunch of fans. I just really wish that people would appreciate memorials and stuff. So yeah.
And the podcast will be back next week, hopefully on X and Twitter. And obviously on here because X and Twitter is the same thing. It's one of them days. Yeah. Callie, do you want to chat about anything?
No, I think I've said everything.
Harry?
All I can say is well on tomorrow and hopefully we can bring back the 3 points.
And Mark?
Hopefully we get a better referee than we did in the Crew game.
Yeah.
Because the standard of refereeing is going down in League 2.
Oh, does anybody know, that referee that's really, really bad that played at, he was at Crewe and then he was at ours? Which game is he at tomorrow? Do we know if he's at the game?
The referee, what they had last week? Well, Notts County had last week.
Is it the same one that we're all going on about?
Hold on.
He was at Crewe and then he did our game the week after.
Was it Breakspear?
Was it Wimbledon he did our game at? Or was it Wimbledon away?
You've got so many bad referees in this league.
I know. There is one
It's like you might need to narrow it.
The referee for the game Crew Notts was Martin Woods.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Is he refereeing tomorrow?
Harry?
Yeah?
Any last words or anything like that?
Come on, you pies.
Mark?
Not really.
Oh.
Right, we're going to start winding down because I'm starving, and that leads me on to what's on your plate. So, Rihanna, just in time. What are you having for your tea? Or have you had for your tea?
Hopefully a fat takeaway, mate. Don't know. Not a clue yet. Not a clue. I'll wait for her to finish work in half an hour and then see what she says.
Haru?
Same, yeah. Don't know what the hell I'm having, but hopefully it's a fat takeaway. just need to get over from doing all my bits and bobs so I'm all ready for tomorrow.
Do you know fan?
I've got a 16-ounce Big Daddy steak from Aldi.
Wow.
With few wedges and some beans.
Are you having it dry or are you having a bit of sauce on that steak?
No, I'll have it dry. It'll just be rare.
Callie?
I'm having barbecue pork chops with chips and salad.
Harry?
I don't know what I'm having.
What's your mum making you, Harry?
I don't know.
Mark?
What's funny about that?
What about yourself, Matt?
My wife seems to think I need to lose weight, so we had a quiche salad.
Can I just say something? I just want to say, like, considering all of the issues you've had with X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it these days, I think you've actually conducted this podcast really well.
Yeah, you've pulled it off.
You pulled it.
You've done it really well, Johnny. Well done, mate.
All right, I'm going to try to make it a podcast. So I don't know how the hell I'm going to manage that.
Just download it.
Send me a message, because I've got programs where I can convert files and stuff. So
even if I'm not near a PC.
Yeah. Just send me the podcast in the whole, and then I can convert it for you. Then email it to you.
Sound. So the podcast will be back Monday at 6, but we've got a bit of a Brucey bonus. So starting tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to do an EFL post-match chit-chat show, your team, your chat, and I'm going to give it a try. The pilot episode will be tomorrow, so if your team gets battered, if your team wins, come and join me, come and tell me how your game's been. It's going to be like a TalkSport 606 kind of thing. It is the pilot episode, and it'll be filmed live on TikTok, and hopefully it'll be somewhere with a decent Wi-Fi connection. For my tea, I don't know what I'm having. I don't know if I'm going to go and spend 18 quid on a steak or just nip at local Domino's or McDonald's. I'm starving. I could eat a horse at the minute. So I want to say thank you for Rihanna, Haru, the Journeyman fan, Callie, Harry and Mark for all coming along. You have been listening/watching Chickens on the Loose podcast. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Up the chickens.
Bradford, it's P-Green. He's got to make this count. It's P-Green. It's 1-1. You'll see a somersault now. You'll get a double one.
City till I die. City till I die. I know I am. I'm sure I'm Bradford City till I die. Oh, Bradford City till I die. Bradford's made our day, and hey, it's gonna stay. The boys have brought us glory days. So let's all rally round and really make a sound that echoes quite